Hey everyone, Kevin here, and welcome back to my channel. So, I've been seeing quite a few posts on LinkedIn, along with news articles and even some YouTube videos here and there from CEOs and business leaders saying two specific things. Number one, no one wants to work anymore. And two, remote work will be gone by 2027 and will be back to normal. Amusingly, these 2 points are not only wrong but interconnected, and I kind of wanted to take a few minutes and discuss the problems surrounding these statements. To start off with, the idea that no one wants to work anymore is inherently absurd, and blaming this on millennials, Gen Z, or whoever is the new punching bag this week really misses the mark. As someone who was out of work for 8 months alongside hundreds of thousands of others who were also let go during the mass layoffs in the tech industry as a whole, I can tell you with a lot of certainty that people need and want to work. The thing is, they don't want to work for you. Why? No one wants to work in the way that you want them to work anymore. Think about it. If you're seeing a lot of people either not apply for the jobs you post, or more importantly, are witnessing large attrition rates, you would think that at least at some point you would ask yourself, why is that happening in the first place? But they don't. And people need to do this because recruiting and retention problems are caused by the company, not the job seeker or employee. And just off the top of my head, I can name multiple reasons why that's occurring as someone who left education due to the same kinds of toxic environment that these CEOs aren't acknowledging exists at their company. No one leaves if they're paid well. No one leaves if they're happy. No one leaves if they've given room to grow. And no one leaves if they feel respected, valued, and treated like an asset. They leave because they feel personally and professionally stifled in their role, unable to move forward, and unappreciated. Heck, it could even just be as simple as they aren't being paid the market average for their title, and they can find a role with a better salary someplace else doing the same level of work. When you have this atmosphere at your company, why are you surprised that people are leaving? On the same token, I'd ask, why are you surprised people aren't applying either? With the existence of the internet and company review sites like Glassdoor, people will hear what the situation is like and avoid it. Just like a series of negative Google reviews can kill a restaurant, multiple negative Glassdoor or LinkedIn reviews can lessen your applicant pool too. I mean, who would want to work for someone who sees their employees as tools to use and discard rather than something that they can grow and utilize for years to come? And no, none of this attitude means people are being picky or are unwilling to work in a tough job market. Job seekers are pursuing the job they want, which is exactly the thing literally everyone tells them to do, especially when they are qualified for more than what you're offering. And speaking of what you're offering, let's discuss the second point I brought up earlier about many business leaders claiming that remote work will be gone by 2027. Newsflash, it's here to stay. And stop trying to force people back into the office, please. Our workforce has fundamentally changed following the pandemic, and frankly, for the better. The entire return to office movement being propagated by companies like Amazon, Disney, and X are obviously missing that point. They do this under the misguided belief that people are inherently better or more creative in the office, like Bob Iger and Elon Musk have claimed. Well, that and they need to justify their existing sunk cost office expenses, but we won't get into that. I'm actually tempted to do an entirely separate video on this, and whenever I do, I'll discuss my thoughts on the whole return to office movement in greater detail. But to stay on topic for right now, a lot of the workforce today wants more flexibility and doesn't want to be taken advantage of. Just because the current CEOs were raised in a more traditional corporate office work style doesn't mean that the things around them can't change. And they have. When a job can be done perfectly fine at home, allows people to save gas and time by not driving to work every day, and consequently have more time for their own hobbies or personal pursuits, you'll find that your employees will be generally happier. Oh, yeah. And they'll stay longer and want to work more for you, thus proving the argument that no one wants to work anymore a bit incorrect. If you accommodate what job seekers want and then keep giving them that or listening to their concerns after being hired, you'll find that plenty of people out there will be willing to work for you and work hard. The reason why no one wants to work for you is you. The honeymoon period where bosses could lord over their employees and expect them to do whatever they want has ended. Same reason why well over 1 million educators have left teaching in the last 5 years, too. Our desires and expectations have changed. You can either keep up and adapt to that, or be left behind with the most undesirable talent you can find to fill those positions. The choice is yours, after all. But that's where I'll end for today. Well, guys, thanks for listening, and as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with all of my content. Until next time, though, I will see you in the next video.